It's time for Milberger's Gardening, South Texas. Live from Milberger's Landscaping and Nursery at 1604 in Bulverde Road. During the next 2 hours, our experts will help you with your gardening questions when you call 210-308-8867. That's 210-308-8867. Or come by Milberger's during the show and have your question answered in person. And now it's time for Milberger's Gardening, South Texas on 9:30 a.m. The Answer.
And welcome to Milberger's Gardening, South Texas on 9:30 a.m. The Answer. Milton Glueck along with Dr. Calvin Finch, Mark Peterson, and apparently we have brought the sun out at Milberger's by starting the show. The sun is smiling upon us. There's a great breeze, and it just feels good out here at Milberger's. There's lots of beautiful color, so I encourage you to come on out and take advantage of a little sale that's going on. I'm not allowed to say the name of the big game in relationship to the sale, but it's a big game tomorrow. Do you know that?
Yes, I do know that.
It's a supper or something? You're supposed to have supper while eating it, or?
Yes, that's what it is.
Yes, a big football game.
It's yes.
And so no matter
it's
what.
It's related to soccer, is that it?
No. Nowhere near.
Yes, it is. It's the name, the European name for soccer is the same as the name for the game.
I understand that, but no, there's nothing. This is American football, by golly. Yeah. Soccer. Ha! No, we love soccer too. Okay. I don't want to
be clever.
I don't want to get emails. But yes, this is a football game. And the point of bringing all this up is that Milberger's doesn't care if who wins. They're making you a winner. Big sale this weekend, 10% off everything.
Is that today and tomorrow?
It's today, tomorrow, and sneaky on Monday, too.
Monday, that's what I was wondering.
Yeah, and so let me tell you, it's...
of course, if you read the newspaper, you get this big...
What's that?
Yeah,
there you go, 10% excluding grass and labor transactions. So if you listen to the radio station, you heard about it too, or if you go to milbergernursery.com. So what else would they have found in the newspaper? Maybe you've got an article?
Oh, yeah, more on rodeo tomatoes.
Yeah, I don't know if you're intentional or not, but you did slip or let the name slip. I don't know.
Did you mean to let the name slip?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
okay.
He doesn't care.
The name of the rodeo
tomato.
Oh, yeah.
So, I was looking to see where it was, and it was just in one sentence. Or one paragraph, rather.
Yeah, I had a little more detailed description of the reason why the rodeo tomato process was so important.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But they simplified, my editors simplified it.
You got all the criteria on there of what the rodeo tomatoes judged on. So
yeah.
That was good.
And then and the importance of the rodeo tomato, or importance to local gardeners for us to have a ongoing process, because we don't really have control of the species or the varieties of tomatoes that we have access to.
Yeah,
we have to rely on those available in the commercial development. And how do you pick the ones that are best? You go through a process like rodeo tomatoes.
Yeah,
pick the ones that are best.
Is this a common practice with extension services, either in Texas or the United States, or is it really kind of unique to San Antonio and Bexar County?
You know, I think it's. I don't think it's completely unique, but I don't think it's common.
Okay.
But I may be wrong. We'll have to check. We'll probably have to ask David or.
I get the feeling that it's kind of unique.
Yeah.
And it's cool because if the extension service, Milberger's, everybody works very hard to make sure that gardeners have a good experience, not buying something that's not going to work. And the rodeo tomato is tested for a lot of different criteria. What were some of the criteria? Do you remember?
Uniformity.
Okay.
Color, size.
Speed of production.
Uh-huh.
Production.
And capable.
And then taste, too. But that was like lower on the scale.
Taste was lower?
Well, I'm just
Well,
assuming. I'm just assuming it wasn't on Calvin's list.
A taste. Up until we got access to BHN 968 and Ruby Crush, every time, if you had a taste test, every time you had one, it depended more on when they were harvested and your personal taste preferences. Every time you had a taste test, somebody a different tomato won.
would come. Oh, okay.
Except
but
now Ruby Crush and BHN 968 are pretty consistent.
do they not do the taste test thing anymore, or do they still kind of taste it? And
They don't. They don't do a lot of it.
It's not as big because remember these are companies who are providing these tomatoes.
Well, it used to be fun too to have the taste test, but.
So, a red and large were some other ones. The brightness of the red.
Shape.
The shape. Yeah, and it has a history of South Texas success. Is that fair? Yeah, so good tomato, does everything you want a tomato to do, and does it in South Texas. Yeah. So that's great. And what if I was interested? So you talked more about that, right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Did you talk about potting them up?
For sure.
Okay.
Yeah, the reason you pot them up is that it's too early to plant them in the garden, even when we have this nice weather. And so the way you deal with that issue is that you pot them up and put them in the full sun, shaded or out of the wind, so that they can keep growing at a full speed. And then you can protect them from 40-degree weather or from that cool weather in the soil and in those things. Now, there may, I suspect some gardeners, depending on where their gardens are and everything, and how the weather continues, some gardeners are going to take a chance and plant them early. And some will be successful if the weather continues as warm as it is.
This is a... hormones can cause people to do strange things, and gardening hormones, I bet, are in full swing. I mean, just by the number of people in the nursery. So I imagine that it's going to be very difficult for people not to plant it in the ground. But those who know better. So,
well, we've got for our two classes.
Tell them about that.
The first class is the 15th, which is a week from today. It's at the Dream Hill Estates Education Resource Center over there at 6802 Dorothy Louise Drive at 9:30 a.m. We still got a few seats available there, and we've got potted up tomatoes for those that want them, and we've also got tomatoes that they can pot up themselves if they would like to.
Good.
They'd like to do that. And then the next class is a week from Saturday, and
here at Millburgers.
Yeah, and that class has got 35 plus registered already. Through all the years that we've had that program, we've always been able to accommodate everybody that's wanted to come, but technically we've got a full house in terms of the free rodeo tomato.
Do you want them to still call and sign up? I think it's a good idea.
Yeah, I do too. And then we will try hard to accommodate everybody.
Well, the number to call in to, you gave the number for Dream Hill, and I've sent these numbers to Al back at the station, so I'll give you that number in a minute too. But it's 210-497-3760, 210-497-3760. It's just Millburgers. You'll find it at millburgernursery.com. If you tell your phone, call Millburgers, it'll call the number, and then you can tell them, I want to be there, want to help with the potting.
I didn't give a phone
number. Oh, you didn't give the phone number?
For the 15th. We do have a few slots available on the 15th, and that's at 210-382-4455. So 2 classes next Saturday and the Saturday after it to get the little lecture on the rodeo tomatoes and get access to one of your own. If you want to pot up your rodeo
Yeah.
tomato yourself, you can. We've got some ready for that action, and otherwise we've got a. Thanks to the staff and Trace here at Milberger's, we've been able to pot up a large number of the new rodeo tomato. And we've got a few of some of the old rodeo tomatoes that are available.
Now, we
That's what I was
also
gonna say.
actually have some of the rodeo tomatoes available here.
Oh, gosh, yeah.
Yeah. So
yeah.
if you can't wait, or you want to bring, if you just want to get over here now but come to the class, either way, I don't want to discourage anybody from coming to the class, but if you, I know there are people that when they hear that the rodeo tomato is here at Milberger's right this second, are putting on their shoes, getting in the car, and they're coming over. So when you get here, wave at us. Just go, hey, I did come over, okay? But yeah, they're in the greenhouse, and there's a few.
No, they're.
Oh no, you're right. You're right. They're not in the greenhouse. They're out here.
We had them in the greenhouse
That's
earlier.
right.
Now, Tycoon out there. We know Ruby Crush is out there. Celebrities out there. And the new rodeo tomatoes out there, too.
HM. Is it
18, what?
Yeah,
1848 something?
Yes, 41, I believe.
1841.
Okay, and then
Let's see
then
what happened
another
in
one of those
1820.
rodeo
41.
tomatoes was 1826. I think that's out there, too.
But yes. That's what I was just going to say. Is I thought you were going to mention the earlier one, but that's 1823.
Okay.
And then this one is 1841.
Where do they get the numbers from?
Well, every company, developer has a separate way of naming, and some of them rely on numbers, and others rely on try to have a clever name that attracts attention.
Okay, yeah, I like.
So it may be a combination of numbers. So 1841, that may be the company 18, and then this is their trial. 41 or
trial
41,
41st.
Yeah.
Okay, well, 1841. I don't have a. Do you have an easy way to remember it? You and I both like to do that.
Yes, we both like to do that. I was wondering about President Jackson, but I don't think that's not 41.
No, I got John Tyler becomes president.
Yeah.
President Harrison dies of pneumonia.
Right.
Province of Canada
Pierce
created.
takes over and leads us to the Mexican War.
Groundhog Day is first referenced in 1841. I'll try to think of something to remember. Well, you got ones on either side, so you really just have to remember 84 in the middle. How do we get it?
What is that? That's about Mark's age?
Yes.
No,
it's IQ. I was testing it.
Stop it. You're much smarter than 84.
Yeah.
At least 10 points.
Yeah. So 18th, the rodeo tomato is here. That's the point.
Yes.
So come on over.
As well as the older ones.
Yes.
The older selections.
Older selections are here too.
Yeah.
And we have John on the line. This is a great question at 210-308-8867. 210-308-8867. Hey, John. Welcome to Milberger's. What's going on, man?
I enjoy listening to you guys as often as I can.
Thank you,
talking
John.
about plethora of things. So
yes.
Cornucopia.
Are you a plethora of plant?
I have a plethora of rhizomes, Mexican petunia. I planted them about 20 years ago when we moved into this house. I didn't know. They were pretty plants, and I put them in the ground here. I've got them in a 3-foot by 20-foot area in front of my house, between the house and the walkway. And I didn't realize that they were going to try to take over the whole area.
Oh, yeah. Is that the neighborhood that they now call Mexican Petunia Center?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, or States.
Well, I don't know. That's funny. Well, I see them. They also spread through the air, and my neighbor has one or two now as well. I don't think she minds, but
so you have a bet.
I want to know. They kind of all died out during the wintertime, and so I'm redoing this thing a little bit because some of the border stones moved, and so am I supposed to dig in there and separate them out? And the other thing is that they're supposed to have been dwarf, and some of them got 3.5, 4 feet tall. They're really beautiful flowers, and they got the leaves and everything are really nice, but we planted some other stuff, and they're trying to move all of those out. And they come up underneath the border between the fence and, between the sidewalk and the border. I mean, they're amazing critters.
They certainly are. And
they're resourceful and tough.
We had us at years ago at one of the Extension Service offices. We planted them in one of the gardens that we had, and the wind blew the seed across the intersection, through the middle into an apartment area.
Oh,
and the plants grew for a block in the wind pattern there. We quickly removed ours and then pretended we didn't know what people were talking about.
Where did all those come from? We have no idea.
Right.
Okay.
No, they are difficult. You would to control them. You would keep them cut down and don't let them go to seed.
Right.
And so that's
but
not
they
real
grow
easy.
underground and then come up because they're a rhizome. They grow underground and come up.
Well, but that's usually not the way they spread.
Yeah.
Well, that's how they spread in my place. They spread out. They almost filled that whole garden.
They have a lot of seeds, so they could do that. But it's not normally known as a rhizome type. Flower. So, but those seeds can dehisce. I don't know, good 3 or 4 feet. So. That's where they can do it. So, so we can look at napalm, conventional weapons. That may take years.
And cost millions of lives.
Yeah. Or a glyphosate is another good one.
No, no longer Roundup
Yeah, that's why I said it like that.
Yeah, that's right.
Now you have been trained.
Okay, right. Sorry.
Okay.
So glyphosate. Or physical labor. I think probably the best
you'd have
way.
to set a
that's
a
where
schedule.
I am right now. I'm out here digging around and I'm sweating right now. All right, so what caused some of them to come back up as not dwarf but regular? I thought they were all dwarf, but these came up 3.5 feet,
That's
4 feet tall.
Well, the dwarf Ruellia, which is a great ground cover, usually is consistent. You usually don't have. I'm not sure how the smaller plants got. So when you first planted them, were you expecting the tall plants, or were you expecting the
No, I was expecting the short ones, and most of them stayed short.
Yeah, well,
some of them got really
that's
tall.
a problem because you that's something you can't tolerate from the retailer is to
okay. Well, yeah,
buying the low ones. You can't.
We were new in town and didn't know about Milberger, so we went to one of the big box stores and bought the stuff. I won't tell their name or even anything about them. I just say that's what we did.
That's okay. Yeah. So, go ahead.
Yeah,
Go ahead, John.
They're reputable in a lot of other ways. They do a good job with what they do, but they're also primarily hardware and lumber and stuff,
So what would you? Okay, you've given him kind of a bunch of different ideas. What's his plan of action? Should he? Because you were about to say, get a schedule.
I would just have a regular schedule. Say every 2 weeks, I'm going to go out and take the time just to cut back all of those that I see.
Okay.
Just to make sure none of them go to seed.
Yeah, he has a bed, so everything that he sees the outside the bed. Is that what we're saying?
Oh yeah,
so
and if you want to control the seeds, everything even in the bed.
Okay, all right.
Say that one more time.
Just go ahead. Just go every 2 weeks. You go through and you cut back everything to ground level. So the idea is you're not going to allow the seeds to be produced.
Well, but the reason why I have them is for the flower.
Huh?
On the flower, if you're not producing the seed, are you getting rid of the flower?
Yeah.
Yes.
Every time you chop them down, I guess
No,
you're not going to seed. They're not flowering either, right?
Yeah. So I was going to lengthen the interval so I can enjoy some of the flowers, and then I'd whack them down.
Yeah, just good luck, though.
No. It may have been a offensive battle.
Well, I think I saw where Florida banned them because they're an invasive species.
Oh, dear.
Yeah. A couple of things have been going on over that way.
Thank you, John.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Thanks, man.
Yeah.
You take care. Did you have a question, and will you come on the air with us? Yeah, I guess so. Grab the microphone.
Whoa, we got a package.
Uh-oh, he's got a package of seeds.
Show Calvin that package there.
What is that? Oh, dear. Uh-oh, he's brave. Did you show Calvin?
Yeah, show Calvin.
Oh, he's a pepper person, but he's a Trace pepper person.
Yeah.
Trace runs the nursery, and the hotter the better.
It hurts my lungs just
looking at it. Yeah.
All right. Yes, sir. He's got a package of Carolina Reaper seeds and wants to know. You're on the air.
Well, what I want to know is I've already got some got seeded. Excuse me. I got some already getting ready. Got some in those little peat plants and whatnot. Got a few sprouting already. But what I want to know is now a good time to actually put them outside? Or should I wait until March or April?
Yeah.
Wait. Yeah.
Wait. Same type like we do for the tomatoes in a sunny but protected area.
Okay.
And then, because that's really what we're looking for is April.
Yeah,
40 chance of freeze is, I guess, over? Is that the...
Well, 40 degrees will stop them from
growing.
Wow,
really?
At 40,
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, they're a hot weather plant as well as hot in taste.
Well, I can even smell them from here.
You can.
Let me put these away.
Stop it.
I do have a follow-up question.
Yes, sir.
A little bit of a tangent. I was looking at the rodeo tomatoes.
Uh-huh.
Those ones, should I wait again? Should I wait until actually putting them in the ground for even a raised bed at this point, or are they good to go right away?
Well, that's always the issue.
Mm-hmm.
The selection is great right now, but if you get them, it's too early to put them in the ground.
Okay.
So what we do is pot them up, just
right?
Like Mark described. You just get a 1 to 3. Number 1 to number 3 pot. You put in some of the sacked soil. Put in a little Osmocote, and then you plant them there until at least after March 15th.
March 15th.
And then the neat thing about that is that they're in when they're in that container, and if you put them in the sun, out of the wind, they'll go into a fast growth rate.
Right.
And so when you're ready to transplant them, it's just a quick transition to when they start producing. The thing is, though, that you got to watch them. You know, if we get a 40-degree forecast, you got to put them in a sheltered, warm area because that 40 degrees won't kill them, but the 40 degrees has the potential to stop that growth rate. And then you don't want that. You want that continued growth. So that you can put them in there and take advantage of our short spring season and harvest your tomatoes in June.
All right. Well,
cool.
Thank you very much.
What do you do with your Carolina Reapers when you've grown them before? I'm guessing.
I've actually grown ghost peppers. This is my first year doing Carolinas.
Okay. And I forget which is worse. Which has more heat? Let's put it different.
This one right here has more heat.
Okay.
So with the ghost peppers, what I did, I had a good harvest of them. And what I did was some of them I actually turned into a sauce, but the rest of them I actually put them in a smoker with pecan wood chips.
How interesting. How did that come out?
Spicy sweet.
Yeah.
Delicious.
Okay.
A little goes a long way, and I've got 2 airtight jars full of them, and they're still good.
Oh, that's very cool. Do you ever make a salsa out of them? Or?
Well, again, I made sauces out of them.
Oh, you did? Okay, I didn't catch that.
No, you're good, you're good.
No. Milton had a foray into trying to make a salsa out of chili pequins.
Do
you see his hair? He's starting to lose it.
That's
the result of it.
But yeah, that was fun, and then I did some others. So I'd be curious how that case with. Oh man, yeah, you gotta. Have you met Trace before?
I don't think I have.
All right, if you see Trace, if you walk in there, have you paid yet?
Not yet. I'm about
okay, when you go pay Trace and say, you got anything hotter than these? Is anyone here? Just say, the guys on the porch told me to ask if there was anybody here that knew hot peppers. And they said that maybe ask for Trace, that he might know.
You know how it's amazing how he tastes one of the peppers or a dish from, he takes the sauce.
Like a shot.
Sauce, yeah. He doesn't put it on any food. He just takes a shot of it.
Yeah.
Oh.
Brave man.
Brave.
Yeah, it's just, meanwhile, I'm on the ground.
Yeah.
And Trace going, it wasn't too hot.
So, cool. Well, thank you.
Oh, thank you.
Cool. We're going to take a quick break.
No, yeah.
All right.
Hey, come back and tell us a little bit about all the successes.
Yeah, how it comes out, will you? Yeah. Come back and visit.
Yeah, I'll come back. I think these will be ready again.
Like May? I'm sorry, like June or July? Is that? Yeah.
Yeah. Well, last year. Oh, sorry. You're
Yeah, that's okay.
No.
Last year, what now? Here, we'll give you that real quick, and then I got to go to break.
So June or July. Or was yours a little bit later?
Mine was a little bit later because last year I got mine a little bit later, but I think it was going into August. Yeah. And during June and July, it was just so hot, I was getting blossom drop like crazy.
Oh, okay.
It was, again, 100-plus degree weather.
Yeah.
Do it to everything.
That's why we're looking at it.
You know it's hot when you get blossom drop from
and
those
as Trace too. Okay, we got to take up. We're going to make. We'll have transplants here sometimes too. So, all right, man. We'll be back in a moment. Thanks for coming by. Thanks for being on the air. Ask for Trace, 210-308-8860. You'll have fun with that conversation. Back in a moment on 9:30 a.m. The Answer. And welcome back to Milberger's Gardening, South Texas on 9:30 a.m. The Answer. I'm eager to ask Edmund Pruski of Pruski's Market that I'm going to talk about right now, whether he's ever done that with the pecan, like the pecan wood chips, but the peppers in there as well to kind of smoke it out. But I will tell you, big game tomorrow. Lots of things going on in your world, family get-togethers, all that. The place to go for the best meats and sausage, poultry, beef, jerky, bacon, cold cuts is Pruski's Market in Atkins, Texas. And the coolest thing about it, besides how delicious they are, and you will notice the difference, I promise you. Like just a chicken breast, you're going to go, wow, okay. This has great taste. I'm not used to this because chicken breasts, you normally have to put a lot of stuff on it to give it a flavor. Nope. Head on over to Pruski's, but you'll notice the outstanding service. The butcher is there at the butcher counter, ready to talk with you, ready to give you advice. So, like, if you go there today and say, okay, help me out, I got the big game's coming up tomorrow. Can I say the Super Bowl? No, right?
No, I don't know if you can say that. That may be trademark. We haven't asked the NFL.
Okay. It's coming up tomorrow, and I want to do some stuff I got all the guys coming over, and what can I do? They'll give you a plan. So don't lose out. Maybe it's sausage. Maybe it's you just getting a tray. You might want to call them in advance, too.
I was going to say, you had great success with the tray.
The tray was absolutely delicious. It had cheeses and meats, and it was gone. I'm telling you, it was eaten up. Okay, here's the phone number, but I'm going to give you the website, too. 210-899-3853. 210-899-3853. But go to Pruski's Market, the website, pruskismeatmarket.com, and give us a report after the game. Call us next Saturday and tell us how it went.
Well, what if they're not happy with the results of the game? Will they still be happy with their food?
Yeah, they'll be happy with the food. Good point. All right, 210-308-8867, 210-308-8867. Yeah, now I'm thinking I need to get some Carolina Reapers. I wonder, can you buy them in stores?
What, the peppers?
Yeah, the ghost peppers.
Yeah, as a transplant, you're talking?
No. I mean, like, if I don't grow them, can I buy them loose?
So yes, I believe you can.
Okay.
Occasionally, it's not.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, that's why I hesitated.
I'll have to try to grow them. I don't know. Yeah, it'll be fun, but
you may have to go to a store that specializes in a little bit more higher grade produce.
Okay.
And we won't mention any names.
Okay. All right. That's a fun question. I don't think peppers, the transplants, are here yet, obviously, because
no, they will not be here until late April or May.
Yeah, But I will tell you that the transplants for the rodeo tomato, if you just tuned in, are here at Millburgers. And I will tell you that there's a sale going on right now, 10% off everything. Except for labor and
is this the big game sale?
The big game sale.
Okay.
Yep. So, labor transactions cannot be combined with any offer. So there you go. But yeah, get all the details. But come on over and take advantage of the sale. And it'll be like you can name your plant after one of the teams.
Really?
Yeah. So like you come out and get a citrus and name it Chief.
I don't want to be naming.
What's that?
My plants with the names that I would use for those two teams.
Why? Like you don't like?
That's not his favorite teams.
Yeah, I don't think
no, you wouldn't do that. You would.
No, I mean that lady just Gardner brought
in
Meyer lemon.
Yeah,
she had much more affection for it than she did for the two teams.
If I was naming my plants, I'd be naming them. Almond Ray St. Brown. Jared.
Oh, okay. Are these lions?
Plants.
Do you have is there a nickname for the mascot for the Lions?
There may be, but I don't think
King of the Jungle.
No, that's
we
maybe
have.
They call him King.
We have a universal saying. It's one pride.
Oh, okay.
I
will check.
Put our name up, our hand up, our fist up, and go one pride.
So you could name it Pride.
I can name it Pride. Yes,
Pridey.
Okay,
so I'm going to check and see. 210-3.
At least they don't get very tired because they don't have to do that very often with the Lions.
How are the Vikings doing? Were they in this? Neither were the Saints, but I'm not bragging.
They got the coach of the year.
Yeah. They lost to the first round, but then I'm not saying anything because we lost in the second round.
Okay. All right. Well, Calvin, you were giving Mark a compliment earlier. I think our listeners might.
What?
Yeah, I got a compliment from Calvin. Do you want to tell us what that was about? Because our listeners can take advantage of it.
Yeah, it was the information sheet from the Gardening Volunteers of South Texas, and one of the emphasis was for the
yes.
For go gardening.
Yeah.
That Mark does.
The video?
Yeah, videos.
Yeah.
And it went into briefly describe a couple of the titles so that folks could be ready for the new ones. And I think go ahead and look at the
they'll drop on using the that video term.
No.
Yep. The videos will drop.
They're available for those who don't speak video.
Yeah.
Well, if they drop,
yes.
How do you find them? Do you pick them up?
They're available on the first Friday of every month.
Okay.
On the Gardening Volunteers of South Texas.org website. And then there's some buttons there, and you click on the Go Gardening button.
Okay.
And then you'll see two videos. Sponsored by a lot of entities that are water. So there's the Trinity Glen Rose, the San Antonio River Authority. We're always looking for more sponsors, but this month was really good because it was on pruning, and we get a lot of questions on pruning, particularly in the latter part of the month. So I thought that was a good one.
There was a couple of other topics, too. One of them was a seed exchange at our Sinkin laboratory that when I don't remember what the date was, but that was kind of intriguing.
Yeah.
They're only interested in native seeds.
Right.
But
cool.
They mention acorns and things like that. So that was real interesting. And then let's see, the other one was the class.
Yeah, the Essentials class.
Yeah,
gardening
17th, wasn't it?
Third Monday of each month.
Third Monday,
17th,
that'll be this 17th
yes,
and President's Day.
So that's why we were talking about earlier. We're going, well, you can come to David's program here.
Thank you.
And then go right over to the San Antonio Garden Club, which is on Funston and New Braunfels. It's right across from the Botanical Gardens.
At your Monday holiday, could be just smack full of gardening instruction.
That'd be fun. Where do they get more information about? Is gardeningvolunteers.org to get
is the site
the video
for the videos, but also just what Calvin mentioned, all the events, all the activities, and you can review those all on that site. There's other ones you may be interested in, is previous classes or little summaries of programs. So it is a really good website to be at your fingertips and to look for all gardening.
Okay.
All things gardening.
Yeah. So that's gardeningvolunteers.org. And do we have a report from the Men's Garden Club? I didn't think about it again until today, and it was like, oh, man.
I didn't think about it until just now.
Yeah.
So if you missed it, it would have been really good because it was Mark Fanning. Mark Fannix doing a class on best shade trees. Now we know if you're a member, you get the newsletter, and that a review of his talk will be in the newsletter.
Yeah. Well,
so that's just another reason why to sign up for the San Antonio Men's Garden Club.
There you go. So that's I forgot. Is it Men's Garden Club SA? .org. I'll check.
Yeah, check on that.
Okay.
As well as Calvin has a monthly article as well. Talks about all things you have to do during that particular month.
Yeah, so Men's Garden Club of SA.org and then gardeningvolunteers.org. What was the native? The woman, was that, I forget, was it Beth that called us and was talking about the native one? She'll call us again.
Make sure she calls again.
Remember, I
know.
Okay,
I know.
she'll call us and tell us the name of the website again.
I remember us going on about it.
Yeah, so that was cool.
But I can't remember.
That's all right. All right, 210-308-8867. 210-308-8867 is our number. What's going on in your gardening world? Call us and tell us. When we come back in a second, we'll give you the information on the classes again, because I know that's coming up. Actually, it's coming up next week, the first one.
That's right. Dream Hill Estates.
And then Mark will tell us what's out there, right?
I can't remember what I had for breakfast.
Oh. Breakfast tacos. You don't remember that?
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Okay. So back in a moment with more of Milberger's Gardening, South Texas. Oh, and the mascot's name is Rory. That'd be a great plant name.
Rory.
Okay.
All right.
Back in a moment on 9:30 a.m. The Answer. Welcome back to Milberger's Garden in South Texas on 9:30 a.m. The Answer, 210-308-8867 is our number, 210-308-8867. And Calvin, do us a favor. I'm going to step away for a second, but tell them about the upcoming the seminars and stuff, and then I'll give the phone number.
Okay. We've got one that's on Saturday. We still have some seats available. That's out Dream Hill Estates Education Center on 6802 Dorothy Louise Drive, over there by Medical Center. It starts at 9:30 a.m. on Saturday. And if you pre-register 210-382-4455, you get a free potted up tomato, or you can choose to pot up your own tomato. We've got the tomatoes potted up for those that would prefer that, or we've got the materials there if you want to pot them up yourself. And we got a few of the old tomatoes. The dominant variety is the new one. Which one? What is it? 1841? Did we say?
Yeah, 1841.
Okay. HM 1841.
There you go. But we have some of the older ones too.
Yeah,
Celebrity, Red
a few. Well, there's a lot here.
Yeah.
But at the class, we'll get a few tycoons. We'll have
okay.
Ruby Crush, and celebrity. And so the idea is that we'll talk about growing tomatoes and potting up tomatoes. You pot them up because you want the best choice, and you want to make a choice about all the varieties that are available. But it's too early, really, to plant them in the garden, so that's why you pot them up.
So if you wait until March 15th, when we normally would plant in the ground, and you come to the store, there may not be any. Well, so that's why get them now and pot them up.
And if you, some gardeners probably remember the last couple years, Thunderbird and Rambler, that's exactly what happened. Yeah. Thunderbird is one of my favorites. I haven't seen it yet. That was did a great job last year. And it was a rodeo tomato from 2 years ago. And so hopefully that'll show up again. But in the meantime, it's the HM 1841 is the new variety. Now there's a second class, and that one's here at Milberger's. And that's a week from next Saturday on the 22nd. Generally, technically it's a filled class, but you're welcome to come. If all 35 folks show up, there won't be any free rodeo tomatoes to hand out, but usually we end up being able to provide those. But you can participate in the lecture and discussion, and that's on the 22nd at
10
a.m.
Yeah,
that's right here at Milberger's. And the phone number to reserve a spot is 210.
Right, 497-3760. 210-497-3760.
And when you call that, they'll say, "Oh, it's filled up." You tell them that you heard there was still opportunity to participate in the
Tell them Calvin
discussion,
said it was okay.
And just put your name down.
Okay. When I give out the phone number for calls and for questions, 210-308-8867, 210-308-8867. That's the number, too, that Al back at the station, who's running this show, has, and he's got both numbers. So if you didn't get them, you can call Al, and he'll get them to you. All right, 210-308-8867, the number to call. It's a gorgeous day out there. It really is pretty. That breeze is perfect.
Is that why it took you so long to get back?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's nice.
It is nice. What did you see out there in terms of the veggies?
So we have some excellent selections on the veggie transplant. I mentioned them a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
But there's still a lot of leafy vegetables like the kale and Swiss chard, but there is also still Crawford lettuce out there. We have a couple of flats, so come on by and get some of that Crawford lettuce. And we have a lot of asparagus and spinach and broccoli. So all those may be planted this time of year still.
What about I saw a ton of the bluebonnets out there. Of course, you don't eat
right.
those.
So I was making my way down there. I got stopped by the strawberries.
They look pretty, don't they?
And then I went over to the next table to look at the bluebonnets. And there we have lots of flats of bluebonnets. They're on the 4-inch container, and so they're ready to go.
Yeah. So.
Ready to go.
Yeah, they're pretty. They're ready to jump. On the Crawford reseeding lettuce transplants, I need help from listeners. I think I may have solved it, but I don't know. So I planted it in a container, nice deep container that had sides. It looked pretty. It was right in the center. It was all happy. And then the feral cats found it.
I was going to say, I'm thinking feline issues here.
Yeah. So how do I keep felines that loved... They actually sit on the plant.
Yeah.
I swear I heard it yelling in pain a couple mornings ago. Actually, what I did hear, my imagination, I'm sure, but I heard like it crunching, like when they. So there's like just
they're either feeding on it or just rolling around in it, and
I think they're sitting on it. Yeah.
I have this garden club made up of West Highland Terriers, and they are not very tolerant of feral cats in the lettuce. So if you ever need any help, just let them know.
Need you. So, okay, that's one solution. Is there another solution?
No, we really don't want to go.
Any.
We don't want to go.
No.
You could maybe put tomato cages over them.
Oh, now I like that idea.
If you got the old-fashioned tomato cages, especially.
Yeah.
But the ones with a lot of space between the metal legs, the cats can get through those. But
no, but I don't. I think it'd be. I'm hoping it would be enough of a deterrent.
That might do
it. Oh, that's a good idea.
The old-fashioned, and it's kind of hard to find now, but they used to use pecan shells.
Yeah, that's what Trace had mentioned. I remember that, but I don't know where to get them.
They are kind of hard to find.
And it's funny because they used to give them away.
Yeah, I know.
Really?
Yeah.
That's right.
That's funny.
And then they became a valuable mulch. But at first,
for this and other reasons, yes.
Yeah. Was another thing that made it an interesting story is that at first they were so anxious to get rid of them that they did not worry about whether there are little pieces of pecan in there or anything. And so you put them out, and the deer and the squirrels and every wildlife
all
species,
came in. It was a Thanksgiving of wildlife, of Texas wildlife.
And
that's what I remember y'all talking about, the squirrels that came in.
Yeah. And then they also were sharp and green, and so they stuck to puppy feet and all kinds of and cat feet. And
I like your idea of the cage. I think that's probably, and I know we've got a couple cages that have kind of been beat up, and so they probably wouldn't work for tomatoes anymore, but we didn't do anything with them. But I bet they would work for this. And yeah, that's a great idea. I might go with that. Now, this will be the test to see how tough, and I'm guessing Crawford reseed lettuce will pass the test, how tough it really is.
If we can get the cats away, then it will regrow.
If it ever reaches the seed production stage, then you'll find out how tough it is.
Yeah. Okay. So I got one more transplant that I got to figure out where to plant that.
Guy.
Yeah, what a cutie. A little dachshund hanging around here.
I think a mini.
You think that's a mini dachshund?
I think so, yeah.
Wow. Okay. I don't know what makes them mini.
Little.
I have no idea.
Okay.
You know, they're eventually going to go teacup.
They're so full of energy.
And then invisible.
Okay.
They'll have an invisible dog.
All right, 210-308-8867, 210-308-8867. Another reminder of a couple things that are happening before we get you caught up with the news. Now, Millburgers has their sales every week, and this is the big game sale that's going to be today, tomorrow, and Monday. So it don't matter who you like in the game, you're a winner because they're going to give you 10% off. That does not include grass or labor transactions and cannot be combined with other offers. But that's a great saving. So you were going to head out and get some stuff anyway, so you want to get the best quality and you want to get a good price. Millburgers is a place to go. You can find out all the details at millburgernursery.com. On the website, too, millburgernursery.com, you'll find what Mark was talking about, that David Rodriguez is going to be coming here on the 17th, Monday the 17th, from, I think, 10 to 11:30, and talking about the
fruit trees.
Thank you. Yeah, so actually, you're right. You could hop in the car afterwards and go on down to the garden center, right?
Right.
Yeah.
So you listen to David. Excellent. And then go to the Gardening Essentials. of the Gardening Volunteers of South Texas.
Yeah, so you don't have to miss a thing, but to find out more on David's free presentation on the 17th, go to millburgernursery.com. That's millburgernursery.com, where when we talk about a lot of the things, Calvin's events, I think, are listed on there now.
On
millburgernursery.com.
Yeah, all the butterfly and
monarch. Oh yeah, we can talk about the butterfly when we come back too. That'd be good.
Yeah,
because that was popular.
There'll be one at the Eco Central.
Yeah.
Later in the year.
We're going to take a quick break and come back in a moment with more of Milberger's Gardening South Texas. We're right here from Milberger's, 1604 on Boulevardy Road, and you're listening to 9:30 a.m. This is The Answer.
We're back with Milberger's Gardening South Texas, live from Milberger's Landscaping and Nursery at 1604 in Boulevardy Road. Come out to visit or call us at 210-308-8867. That's 210-308-8867. And now back to Milberger's Gardening South Texas on 9:30 a.m. The Answer.
And welcome back to Milberger's Gardening South Texas. Are you okay? On 9:30 a.m., The Answer. 210-308-8867 is our number. Or come on out on this beautiful day and visit us at Milberger's at 1604 and Boulevardy Road. We'd love to see you, along with other your gardening peers. And Trace is on the porch. Okay, am I lying? Is it a pretty day?
It's gorgeous.
It is a gorgeous day.
Little breeze.
So
nice. I heard y'all talking about peppers earlier, but I couldn't make
it. Oh,
it.
did the guy come find you?
No.
Oh, that's funny. He wanted to know, so he was excited, and this is cool how he used it. I never thought you could do this. So he had the last year he did ghost peppers.
Okay.
This year he wants to. I think he still had some, didn't he?
Yes, he still had some of the.
He wanted to know when to plant them.
Yeah.
He had the seeds.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so he was talking about the Carolina Reapers. He had a thing, and we said, okay. And I'll tell you how he uses them. And he said, go inside and find Trace and just say, does anybody here know anything about hot peppers? And Trace will jump in and answer any question you have on hot peppers.
As long as it's about taste.
Yes. Well, you can tell him how to grow them, too.
Sure.
Okay. But, yeah, so it was kind of fun. And what he does, I asked him if he made sauces out of them. And he said, no, what he does. Oh, he did make sauces, didn't he?
Yeah, he did, about half of them.
Yeah.
About half.
And then he takes the other ones, and when he smokes something, he uses pecan chips and the peppers.
Interesting.
Yeah, isn't that, though? All right. Well, 210-308-8867.
I swear, I don't know if it was my imagination, but I swear he smelled like the ghost peppers and everything.
Yeah, Calvin was complaining.
Oh, he was in
smell that pack of seeds from here. Yeah, he was fun.
Did you know the pH of the soil affects how hot it is?
No, I did not know that.
Yeah.
So our soil is naturally alkaline.
Which makes the pepper hotter.
Makes it hotter. Wow, so we get hotter peppers in San Antonio.
So is that when you go towards New Mexico with all that pepper growing, is that even more basic soil? Or is it the pH the same as ours?
I think it's about the same. It may be a little different composition. With more
of course,
different soils.
Every area claims that they have the best tasting peppers.
Yes.
New Mexico has always made those claims.
We have the best tasting peppers.
We do.
Right here in this nursery. And I was trying, we were suggesting that the transplants would come in, but like May or before.
So we'll probably have a few in March.
Oh, okay.
But they're just going to sit there. And you can pot them up, but they're not going to do much growing because the nights are too cool. So April would be a much better time to actually put one in the ground.
Okay.
And May is fine too.
Okay. And let's see. We've been talking about the big sale.
Yes.
You want to explain what that is? The big game and the big sale.
Pretty simple. It's 10% off everything but grass and anything that involves labor.
Mm-hmm. Okay, that's pretty simple. And that's today?
Yep. Tomorrow. And Monday.
Yep. So if your team doesn't win, or if you like gardening.
Don't have a dog in the hunt.
There you go. You can come out here and be a winner. Milberger's going to make you a winner with 10%.
Oh, that's lovely.
Oh, good. I'm glad you like it.
I really like that.
Okay. Well, and then what else was I going to say? There was something else I was going to bring up to Trace. Oh, and there's something that we have that's kind of unique. It has a number 1 and then something, and then a 1. 1841? Yeah, what is that?
That is the new rodeo tomato.
Okay.
David must be listening. Did he call? Was he called
No.
me?
No, not yet.
All right.
Is he supposed to call?
He called me, so I assumed he called the show.
Oh, what did he say when he...
Maybe right after this.
Maybe so.
After
Maybe he's going to call.
We had a cyclamen discussion.
Oh. What was... Well, we'll finish up this and we'll find out what your cyclamen discussion was.
You don't want to know.
Oh, dear. Okay. But yes, we have the rodeo tomato here, and lots of them.
And
but
others.
don't wait too long. What's that?
And others.
Yes.
I saw some Ruby Crush over there this morning. I probably have to take one of those home.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're wonderful. Ruby Crush, there's Tycoons over there.
Tycoon, Red Deuce,
Celebrity.
Red Snapper.
Have any of y'all planted your seeds that were gifted to us?
I know. So I'm sitting here thinking, oh, I should have planted those already.
Oh, I thought we weren't supposed to. I thought we were supposed to wait till it warmed
Well,
up.
you're going to put it in a pot and move it in and out.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, I can do that. I have not done it.
No, I had not done.
It would be good to do the BHN at least. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
that's the
that's
one.
my goal for Tuesday. I'm going to plant my BHN seeds.
Okay.
Okay, so how do you do that? I've heard all different kinds of, and like I've mentioned before, I get advice on the internet sometimes. So what I might have done was take a paper towel, wet the paper towel, sprinkle the seeds on the wet paper towel, fold it over, put it in a plastic baggie, put it in a warm place until they sprout.
Okay.
Or
you can float them and see which ones are good.
Okay, and then
that's where I would start.
Okay, I'll float them. And then, so let's say I float them, and the ones that sink are good, right?
Correct.
Okay, so now I had
and now they're soaked, just like the paper towel.
Oh, okay.
I'd still go put them on a wet paper towel.
What's that?
I still do the wet paper towel thing.
You do it?
I will.
Okay. And then somebody said sprinkle cinnamon on them because it keeps them from getting fungus and it makes them root faster. But I don't know if that's true or not. Have you had any experience with that?
Sounds like an old wives' tale. My wife been calling you or something?
Oh, man.
All right.
I sure hope she doesn't listen to this show.
She does not listen to the show.
Oh,
yeah, you can do that with black pepper too.
Oh,
that's antifungal as well.
Oh, okay, and that's why you're doing the cinnamon is antifungal.
Yes, and does pure cinnamon.
What did they? I've never had a problem with.
I've never had it either.
Seeds.
I said, but if you wanted to do it, that's the reason it's antifungal.
Okay.
Pure cinnamon.
But it doesn't help them sprout faster.
No.
Okay, so that's cool. How long should it take if I to get them to sprout? Would you guess?
Depends on the weather. 7 days.
Well, but no. I mean, well, if I'm going to do the paper towel method, I'm going to keep it in a warm, dry place.
3 to 7 days.
What's that?
3 to 7 days.
Oh, good. Really? Wow. Okay. That's cool. And I'll write on the bag what I'm going to do. And then I take those little sprouts and I put them in a little container.
A little pot.
Yeah. And then, am I putting that pot outside yet? Or someone suggested I cover it with plastic. Sorry, Calvin. What were you going to say?
No, I was just...
so some of the best growing operations in the world have to harden stuff off. So once they get it up, they roll it out in the sun for 30 minutes to an hour, roll it back in. A couple days later, now they're going to go 2 hours, so on and so forth.
Okay.
So they harden it off to the real world.
Okay. What about the baggie idea to keep it kind of like a little terrarium? Thoughts? No?
I would think it would be bad.
You think it would be?
I would think it would be bad.
Okay.
It just makes it such an elaborate process.
Yeah, I know. I was
just put it in a container like Trace mentioned. And then let it grow.
Yeah.
Okay. And then if I just want to do the seed to container, how far am I putting them down in there? This is for
just
968 for a tomato seed and for what? Just push them in?
I would take a pencil and poke it in to about where the lead's at, assuming you have a sharp pencil, Milton.
Oh, okay.
Drop it and cover.
Okay. So maybe if I do the pencil the other way, the eraser?
Well,
that's too deep?
If you use the point, then...
Oh, it's a little easy.
A hole.
Okay.
Not a huge thing.
So maybe a quarter of an inch, not very far.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Yeah. Even if that. That'd
Even
be that would be the maximum.
Okay, cool. And how long before they start sprouting if I do that?
Soil temperature is going to be key. So are you going to have a heating mat or anything under it? Or you okay? Well,
I don't know how to do a heating mat. How long do you do the heating mat? Can I just use a
what about just in the
heating pad?
In the sun?
Why can't we just move the pot outside in the sun?
Okay, I can do that.
Or in the windowsill.
I can do the windowsill too, although the indoor cat knocks things over.
Oh.
Yeah. It's great to have cats. Okay, well, maybe I'll experiment.
You should do some multiple ways and then come back and tell us which worked best for you.
I will do that.
Because you are the average Joe.
I am average Joe.
That's so sad.
That's okay.
Such a negative statement for our society.
Calvin's so much fun. All right. 210-308-8867. Okay, I'm going to probably try to do that tomorrow morning.
Okay.
All right. The
and which one? Those BH10?
It's
968.
It's 968, and I have some Rio Grande Gold.
Okay. Yes.
That's a pepper, yeah.
Yeah, that's a pepper.
Yeah.
We're trying to keep out there somehow. So, yeah, Trace, what else is going on?
David was quite specific in our conversation a week ago or so on this Crawford lettuce.
Oh.
There's nobody going to be collecting seeds.
Oh.
So if you want it, you need to collect the seeds. You can always donate them back to the project. But I don't believe the master gardeners are going to be doing the seed anymore.
Okay, so save your own seeds, or
and save some and donate some.
Are there groups like GVST? Would they consider being a seed source?
We mentioned that to Andrew, and there may be some members that would to do that.
Okay,
that would be willing to do that, rather.
Yeah, that'd be good because these are fun plants that we want to keep going.
Well,
I still think Crawford lettuce should go to Mars.
Yeah, I know.
No.
It never went anywhere.
No.
We could try again.
We'll call Elon this time.
All right, 210. We got a Parsley Project question. I used to listen to their albums. They were great. The Alan Parsley Project was terrific. James is on the line at 210-308-8867. Trace, don't leave just because I made that joke. All right, what's going on, James?
That was Parsons and not you.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay.
Supposed to be being. Okay. Anyway, my son and daughter-in-law had us over this past Sunday, and he grilled some steaks, and he made, well, I thought he called chimichurri salsa or something to put on top of the steaks, and my wife loved it. I did not like it at all. But he said it was made with parsley, so I picked up 2 parsley plants at my garden center here, local garden center. One is Italian, it says on the label. The other says it's a 3-leaf curl. I've never grown parsley, so I need some tips. Is it an annual, perennial, cold weather, hot weather, and how to take care of it? If y'all know.
It's cool weather.
Okay.
It's very easy. We always like to add a few more to the garden because the black swallowtails like it.
They love it.
They love it. So they like dill,
in fact,
parsley, fennel. Yeah,
it's a featured plant at the Certified Butterfly Garden here.
Mm.
Oh, okay.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yes.
Is that right?
Yeah, and you are correct. There are 2, and I believe those are the 2. There may be more, but those are the most common one. Kind of a curly top or a frilly top, but it's real simple. It is a cool season. It is full sun.
I just realized that I don't know if it's a perennial or an annual.
Yeah, I did. But did you know I didn't?
Usually does not survive the summer.
Yes, I noticed I didn't go there on that. So James, I think it's an annual that you buy.
An annual. Okay.
I don't think it survives the summer.
Okay, so these are full plants, but they're in small containers. I need to pot them up, so I will do that.
Right.
So,
right.
So when the heat comes on, like today, plus another 10, 15 degrees, they're going to die probably.
No. You need
slowly. They will.
Yeah. You need 4 to 5 days, 5 to 7 days, something like that of 80 plus degrees for them to go away.
Okay.
And
now,
again, test. I don't know. Neither Calvin or I know that whether it's a perennial or not. But
you want me to look it up?
I haven't looked it up yet.
What am I going to look for? Is Italian parsley a perennial?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or just
I'm looking at, y'all keep talking.
Oh, I have a tip for Milton.
Yes.
Previous caller on the germinating the pepper seeds. I think you were talking about. Okay, I don't have a warming mat or grow mat or whatever it's called either. But a few years ago, and I took some up there to Millburgers, I actually germinated, first time I ever messed with peppers, some Rio Grande Gold. Mm-hmm. And what I did was put them in the pea pots and whatnot, and put them on a tray and put them on top of my freezer, my my upright freezer, because it's warm on top of there.
That's a neat idea.
They germinated up there really well. So
that's a cool idea.
Check your freezer or refrigerator and see if it's warm on top. It may or may not be.
Okay, but then they're not getting sun, but that's okay.
Well,
for a while.
Well, mine did because there was a west, because it's a utility room, and there was a window I left open, and they were getting some sunlight.
Okay, but that sounds like a neat plan, too. I'll see if there's anything else that would...
I think it would works pretty well just to do it on a windowsill if you get it.
Okay, I can do it on a windowsill, too. I can...
Okay.
And I get that. I guess I get the peat pots here and stuff. What did you think since you talked about grilling? Did you hear the guy talking about putting the peppers? What were they? Which ones did he use?
He was doing Carolina.
The Reaper. The Reaper.
The ghost peppers.
Those are too hot for me, but I do know another guy I had heard said he knows a chef that grills or smokes, not grills, roasts the chili patines. And he owns a restaurant, and he serves them in his restaurant. I haven't tried it, but they say it's very good.
How are your chili patines doing? Do you have any more?
I actually picked some more yesterday, about 30. Yes.
Oh, wow. Okay. I got like 4 after I picked them all off, so that's not good.
Yeah, I was able to pull my plant through that cold spell. It got burnt back a little bit, but I think it's going to be fine.
All right, so I went to Google, and take this for what it's worth. It says, no, I asked, is parsley a perennial? No, parsley is a biennial herb, not a perennial, which means it grows for 2 years, producing leaves in the first year and flowers and seeds in the second.
And then it dies?
Yeah.
Okay, and let's see.
Yeah, it produces seeds, and then it goes away.
Gotcha. Okay. All right, well, that's what I needed to know. All right, thank you.
You take care, James.
Watch for the black swallowtails. They'll come, and 2 days later, there'll be caterpillars everywhere.
They just eat the foliage. They eat the foliage off, or what?
They eat the foliage off. Now, generally, they just do it once, maybe twice, but and then move on. But they're easy to detect, and you just
pick them off and toss the caterpillars.
I was going to say the chickens or the guinea fowl.
Oh, that's good choice.
Yeah.
The bottom of my sandal. Bottom of my sandal.
That too.
All right. Thank you, guys.
Hey, James, when you use the bikines in the smoker, common practice to tell us how that goes, okay?
Well, I haven't done it. I just heard. I know of a guy who knows of a guy has done it and said it works out very well.
You got 30 of them.
Oh, I've got hundreds of them dried already.
All right, just take a handful and see how that works. You can do it, James.
All right. Thank you.
Bye-bye. Poor Bye. James. I'm hearing in his voice. His words didn't say it, but his voice tone said, "What has he gotten me into? Why did I call this guy?" All right, 210-308-8867. Let's take a quick break and come back in a moment with more of Millburgers Gardening South Texas on 9:30 a.m. The Answer. And welcome back to Millburgers Gardening South Texas on 9:30 a.m. The Answer. If you're uncomfortable, you don't have to do it. Do you want to push? You should push him to do it, though. All right, 210-308-8867, 210-308-8867. And Mark is answering a question off the air. She was shy and didn't want to come on, which is fine. If you come over to Milberger's, you don't have to go on the air with us, but it's fun, and you help other people. And Mark will tell you what she asked in a minute, but we encourage you to do that and come on. Don't forget, again, we've got the big sale thing happening right now, 10% off everything except labor transactions what was it? Hang on, I'm getting the cheat sheet here. Grass or labor transactions cannot be combined with any other offer. Are you sure you won't come on, huh? Okay. You can tell us what Mark is saying. But anyway, all right. So check the newspaper or millburgernursery.com for more information on that. 210-308-8867 is our number. 210-308-8867. So, Calvin, what are you doing? I mean, this is the weirdest weather. 2 weeks ago, we were talking about freezing temperatures, and now we're talking about record highs. In fact, let me see how the high today is going to be.
80 plus.
Yes, I know. So, what are you doing in your garden?
Well, I mostly was potting up rodeo tomatoes.
All right.
And also I was planting.
What you planting?
Milkweeds.
Oh, okay.
They've 5 different native milkweeds that we have, some tropical milkweeds. And so we got plenty of those for the classes in March and April. So that's what we were getting ready now.
Okay, but that's kind of a work thing. What about just? It's the second week of February. I should be doing something. I should be planting blank.
Well, I've got my rose garden kind of ready for for replanting. We should be getting the tough modern roses in and the old-fashioned roses here at Milberger's soon. And that the things like the Belinda's Dream and Grandma's Yellow and Mrs. Dudley Cross and Lady Banks. All those roses, it's a good time to plant them.
Oh, society garlic. Oh, she's wafting the smell of society garlic in our faces here. Yeah, so I meant to ask Trace, too. You know, one of the things that we can talk about today and tomorrow is Valentine's Day is coming up next Friday, and Milberger's has lots of great ideas for Valentine's Day that you can do. The one that comes to mind, besides roses, you can give live roses, is the Phalaenopsis orchids. I know you like those a great deal.
Yeah, they're a wonderful plant. Easy to grow, and they bloom for a long period of time.
Yeah.
It's just hard to believe if you've grown up as a gardener and learned that orchids were very difficult to grow and temperamental. Then you tackle the Phalaenopsis, which is very easy and spectacular in terms of...
Yeah, it's beautiful. Well, and Milberger's has great examples of them here that you can get in the greenhouse. What are some other Valentine's Day ideas? I'm going to suggest citrus, too.
I think you're right.
Yeah,
that's hard to beat. The lemons and the limes especially are so attractive. They get great fragrance, great blooms, evergreen. Now they are a little temperamental. You got to be ready for cold weather for them. But and we generally plant them in containers. But if you prepare them for, you can move them into some shelter, or you're ready to tent them when the cold weather comes. You think there'll still be more cold weather, Mark, this winter?
More cold weather?
Yeah, another one. So I always just say, remember 2021? Was the third? Was Valentine's Day?
Oh, was it?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
And then the day.
And that's a week from Friday.
Yeah.
When is Valentine's Day?
Yeah, it's not. It's a week from yesterday.
14th?
Yeah.
Yeah. So this year
Friday.
it's the 14th.
It's
yes.
14th. Yeah. This year it's the one's on 14th. Yeah. So the answer to your question, maybe, I don't know. Historically, it's April 1st. is the last freeze.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a whole nother month.
Yeah. So, and there's a great selection of citrus, and citrus recommended for this area here at Milberger's. Would you like the weather forecast? So
yes.
that's a couple ideas. Okay, it's currently 82. The high today, according to weather.gov, is 88. The low tonight is 68.
Okay, I'm good.
Ooh, that's interesting too. The high tomorrow is 68, so it'll be cooler. Increasing clouds, low tomorrow night is 55. 65 on Monday is the high. And then a slight chance of showers Monday night. Low of 59, 74, and 40% chance of showers on Tuesday. And then, mostly cloudy, chance of thunderstorms Tuesday night. And Wednesday, just a 20% chance of showers. We need some showers.
There's no 40-degree lows, are there?
I am looking and see no 40 degree. Wait a minute. Yep. Thursday night, low around 44.
44.
Okay.
Yeah,
is that okay?
We'll take it.
Okay.
I was just worried about the
tomatoes.
Potted up, the rodeo tomatoes.
Okay, but if 44 is okay?
I think so.
I'm just selfish. I just want to go back in the 40s.
Okay.
Yeah, that's just me.
You just wanted to what?
Go back into the 40s.
Oh, okay. Well, I can understand that.
Back in your birth.
I feel like we've had 3 days of winter, and now it's spring.
Well, I was just say no. I'd say I'm good. 80, 81, 82. Okay, I'm good now. Let's go back.
All right.
Oh, you didn't ask me what I thought.
Oh, what do you think of a good Valentine's?
Gardenias, but you got to.
Oh.
You have to put them into a pot with special soil.
Yeah, I did. Even I did that. That's the August Beauty. Is that a gardenia?
Right, yeah.
Is that a variety?
Well, just that smell.
Oh, it's wonderful.
Smell. Yeah.
But I did half peat, half soil.
Yeah.
Although
that's
now
perfect.
I could just get the purple bag.
Yeah.
Maine something. I saw it and I was trying to remember it. Coast of Maine.
Yes.
Potting soil or something like that.
No, that's exactly what it is.
Oh, good. Okay.
It's easier just to remember the purple bag.
The purple bag. Everyone here will know what you're talking about. All right.
I would have probably cut it with a little mix or sand, something like that.
Okay.
But yes, gardenias.
Gardenias. What else?
Gardenias are one of the. They bloom all year round.
Mm-hmm.
And a nice frigate. Now you have to protect them. You have to use distilled water or a little.
Oh, when you water them?
Yeah, because our water is so alkaline.
Okay.
That's probably good. But definitely use purple bag, acidic soil.
Yeah, be careful if you use vinegar to
to
acidify.
No.
That doesn't seem like a. Is there another way to acidify the water? Because that seems for me, I'd be nervous doing
it. But we're talking small amount.
Okay.
A shot glass of vinegar.
Oh. Into how much of water?
Per quart of water.
I couldn't hear you. I'm sorry.
Per quart.
Per quart. Okay.
Quart.
So I got to turn you up a little bit.
Well, no, I'm just being quiet.
Okay.
That's just a small amount, but people will think, they have to really acidify. Well, vinegar is one of the constituents of a weed killer.
Mm-hmm. You use it as an organic weed killer, right?
Yes, that is a strong vinegar, orange oil, 2 ounces of orange oil, and a dash of dish soap.
Okay.
That is
as a weed killer. Okay, yeah. All right, 210-308-8867. So the gardenia is a great gift. Yeah, and they do smell lovely.
Yeah. Roses.
Yeah, and we have to, when Trace comes up, we'll ask him, because I think he was going to get some of the...
Yes, he was going to get some, so we'll have to figure out...
Not the hybrid teas, but the earth kind.
He's getting, or has gotten, the antique roses.
There you go,
but,
the antique roses.
So we usually wait for the hybrid teas for about this time of year, or next week.
Okay. So there you go, a couple choices. But citrus, we mentioned that too, and or just ask someone here at Milberger's. And Mark, you had a question from those that couple.
A lovely lady came up and she was asking, is a white oak or a Monterey oak, which one is faster growing?
Oh, okay, that's a good question.
And I looked at her and I went,
They're both
the same tree.
Oh.
They're just different names. So Monterey oak is actually trademarked.
Okay.
So always got to watch using it in literature and things like that.
Huh.
Trademarked by Color Spot, I believe.
Okay.
So the other names are Mexican white oak or Mexican live oak. And they are all the same tree. Monterey oak, Mexican white oak, Mexican live oak are all the same tree, Quercus polymorpha. So then I said, I said, now do you want a fast-growing tree? And I said, yes. So Mexican sycamore, Mexican white oak, Monterey oak. Montezuma cypress. Help me out there.
Yeah, you're having a tough
Texas
time.
white,
Texas red oak, and then cedar elm. Those are my 5.
Okay. Okay.
And a yard, one of each would be wonderful.
Yeah, but you'd have to have a pretty big yard.
Yeah, you have to have a
Was she trying to determine how far?
Yeah, that's what she was doing. So he was giving me the sizes 25, 30 feet, and she was kind of giving me the visual display. And she was correct.
And she was what?
She was correct. He could have was mentioning a length that was a little bit longer.
Those trees, you could be 50 feet apart.
Yeah. What people often do is they want kind of a instant satisfaction.
Yeah.
So they're going to put it like 5 feet away. Yeah, no, you're going to be paying a lot of money over the lifetime of that tree. So you want to allow that tree to grow up and big, but not close enough so you're spending money every year on maintenance.
Well, and you want to enjoy one of the advantages of all those trees are that they have neat, wonderful shapes and structures, and if you want to enjoy that structure and they want to have maximize the shade they produce,
right?
You want to give them a little more space.
Okay, and that's a good question too. I mean, just on choices of the shade trees and stuff. Good job. All right, thank you for doing it.
Maximize lifespan, and a lot of times that's planting it a little further away from the house or building.
All right, 210-308-8867, 210-308-8867. You want to talk a little bit about fruit trees? We talked about citrus. I know David's going to be here on the 17th.
We just want to remind everybody that David's going to be here on Monday.
Right, the 17th.
17th. Do you have the time?
10 to 11:30.
10 to 11:30. He's going to be talking about fruit trees. He may have a special name, but a title of the presentation, but he's going to be talking about all the fruit trees that are appropriate for this area. Now, I have some. What's your favorite, Calvin?
Of the fruit trees?
Yeah. What's your favorite fruit trees for this area?
Well, I think the fig is one.
Yeah.
And
that's one of mine.
A low chill peaches like Texas, Florida King.
Florida King. Although there's a lot of them out there in the back that have the word Texas in them, and those are fine.
Oh, okay.
Ours are Calvin and I's favorite is Florida King.
And blackberries are easy to grow and very productive. Let's see, what other kind of... Well, of course, the citrus.
I was waiting for you to go. Just what we've been talking about.
Yeah, the citrus is
Citrus is one of my favorite fruit trees. I have 3, and the other one I have is a pear.
Which pear do you like?
So pear, yes. Well, I vacillate, but these are going to be the European and Asian pears, the hard cooking pears. So we're looking at Warren, Ayers, there's another one that starts with an M, and I can't remember. But, yeah. We'll have to ask, hey,
Monterey?
Come on by and ask David what he thinks.
Yeah, there you go, on the 17th.
Bail me out here. Ayers and Warren are the ones I can remember.
I had trouble, always had trouble getting Warren to produce.
Yeah.
Slow. For a lot of years I had one nice, very nice looking plant, but never could get it to produce.
So that's another thing. Ask David. We'll ask David. I'll make a point. I'll wander in and ask from the crowd, what's a good pair. But they seem to do well in this area. Plums do well.
Santa Rosa or Morris.
Yeah.
Well, Morris. Yeah. Morris, you have one lucky year out of every 7.
So Santa Rosa's been that. You know what? I have all the listed pears.
Oh, okay.
All the listed fruits from 1992. Let's see if I can remember.
You're trying to remember one that...
Yeah. Oh, Monterey was the one I was thinking of for pear.
That's what I mentioned, it, but you didn't.
Yeah. I guess I just wasn't listening to you, Colin. And then...
well, there was one...
citrus. You know what one that we were really gaga over is Blooming Sweet or Bloom Sweet.
Oh, Bloom Sweet. Is that the grapefruit?
It's a grapefruit.
Yeah, I love it. It's a grapefruit. It's not great if you take a lot of prescriptions.
Yeah, I know. It's just, so I think I could take it. I don't think any of my drugs are on that. But figs, we said we do have Celeste, but Celeste and Alma, and then Texas Everbearing. So those are the figs.
There you go. Okay. So what we'll do is when we come back, let's talk about fruit trees, but not trees. So like you were talking about strawberries, we'll talk about opportunities to grow your own fruit, but you don't have to grow a tree.
Okay.
Okay. Back in a moment with more of Milberger's Gardening South Texas with Dr. Calvin Finch, Mark Peterson. I'm Milton Glueck. We're live here at Milberger's on a beautiful Saturday afternoon. Come visit us and say hello, especially if you're coming to get that rodeo tomato. Yep, it's here. 1841? Yeah. Okay. Back in a moment on 9:30 a.m. The Answer. And welcome back to Milberger's Gardening South Texas on 9:30 a.m. The Answer. All right, well, I was just trying to decide to talking about different types of, we were talking about fruit trees and citrus and pears and peaches, but we have lots of fruit plants. I know, like, for instance, now strawberries are considered fruit, right?
Yes.
Is that right?
Yeah, it's not a vegetable.
Okay. And then do we have any other fruits out there that you can think of that I've missed?
Well, we mentioned the blackberries.
Right.
That's very easy to produce.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Blackberries, figs.
Yeah. There's Brazos and Kiowa.
Now,
there's a bunch of other ones.
So when by seed would you plant, say, watermelon or cantaloupe? When should I start preparing if I wanted to grow a watermelon vine?
You might be a trip to the northern Texas.
I've seen people grow watermelons in San Antonio.
So
there was someone in our neighborhood.
It used to be Divine. That used to be a watermelon area.
All right.
So they're generally, I want to say, later on this month.
Oh, really? Would be a time to put the seeds in?
Yeah, but it's one of these things where it's you need a lot of space.
Yeah.
A lot of water and
that may not be me.
Sun. Yeah, I don't think you have a lot of space.
No, we don't have a lot of space. How much space is a lot?
Boy.
10 by 10 for each plant.
Yeah.
Oh, for each plant? Holy cow.
Yeah.
How many watermelons do you get from one seed?
Well, in the old days, well, if you had big ones, it might just be 4 or 5.
Okay.
But it's still,
but the
those are
market
huge.
is trended to the small ones.
Yeah, I see the personal watermelons. And they have personal pineapples now, by the way.
Well, how are your pineapples doing?
Okay, well, I did. I'm going to try again.
Yeah.
I think I let them dry too much, but I did see another method online for doing them. I think I'm just going to follow your advice and plop them in the soil and enjoy them. We were talking about fruit selections, like watermelon. Like y'all have transplants for watermelon occasionally. Not now.
Not now, but yeah.
But you will. When will those get here?
It's got to be warmer.
Okay.
So April or May.
Okay. Because we were bragging on the citrus, and they were talking about fruit trees in David's seminar that's coming up. But I was wondering other fruit, like cucumber. Is cucumber a fruit or a vegetable?
Veggie.
It's a veggie?
Well, a common belief is it's a veggie.
Yeah.
Well, I think
so all these are fruits,
Not much sugar
but
in it.
not what we normally think of fruit.
seeds on the inside, Milton.
Right. Well, cucumber has seeds on the inside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Exactly.
does that make it a fruit?
Pretty sure.
Okay. I'm so confused now.
Well, why does it matter?
Oh, because we were talking about fruit, so I didn't know if I could bring up cucumbers or not.
Now cucumbers are easy to grow here.
Are they?
Yeah, they're
Probably late March.
nutritious.
Oh, late
too.
March, really? Yeah, they're good for you.
Yeah.
Hydration, lots of vitamins and minerals.
And you don't need an overwhelming amount of space for cucumber. You can use
Ooh.
background. You can use your trestle.
Can you vine them up?
Oh yeah,
Ooh, really?
yeah.
Oh, and you'll get cucumbers on the vine that goes up? Yeah. Oh, I'm all about the cucumbers now. Okay, so cucumbers. What varieties do we like here?
Well, there's two classes. So you got burpless.
Yeah.
Sorry. There you go. Is that better?
Yeah, I can actually hear you.
Yeah, I know. It's,
Pickle and big and large
Pickle
size.
and slicing are
Okay.
how they're going to be tagged, but there's burpless and non-burpless.
So do I. Oh, if I want. Oh, yeah. We had the big burpless. The burpless was on the peppers. So I probably want burpless.
Probably.
And is that.
And I'm gone again.
Okay. Let's see. What else? Cantaloupe? Honeydews? Can we do those here?
We'll have cantaloupe transplants, and we got seeds.
And we got. Oh, you're gone? Yes.
Yeah.
Gone.
So the question is, when do we start to seed? Well, we start to seed
Better?
pretty much now.
Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah, pretty much now, or latter part of this month.
Okay.
And then we'll have the transplants.
And so the same sort of principle I should do with the seeds. If I buy a pack of watermelon seeds, put them in a paper thing, and let them sprout.
Sure, or you
can
can
do
just
that.
stick them in the ground.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
I never told you about the watermelon story.
No, tell us the
So
watermelon story.
we own a bunch of property near Pawnee, and they paid a guy to come out and seed the fields for the cows with fescue.
Mm-hmm.
We ended up with watermelon. Now, not that the cows didn't like it. But,
Yeah, I bet they did.
I don't think they ate the vine, but they did like the melons.
Yeah, I was going to say is if you get the melon all the way, then yeah, they'll like that.
Do deer like watermelon?
Deer?
What?
Do deer like watermelon?
What
Because I
don't
know they
deer?
like pumpkin.
What don't deer?
Oh yeah,
like?
they'll break up. Well, I had on my peach orchard, I grew some field of watermelon, and they were wonderful, nice size and everything. And then when I went out there to harvest, between the fox and the coyotes and the raccoons,
There you go, raccoons. I was thinking raccoons.
they were harvested. Most of them were harvested already. That they were it was just amazing. They were kind of hollowed out. And
they kind of keep scooping.
One little shoot area and kind of.
Then they'll move on to the next one.
Okay. Oh, yeah. All right. So you said cantaloupe, yes?
Yes.
Ooh, yes.
Yes.
And are they hard to grow?
they are here compared to other places.
Okay.
Now cucumbers are easy, but
Okay. Yeah, he's steering me toward those cucumbers.
yeah.
I'm in the back of my mind. It's always a dangerous place. You need 4 watermelons and cantaloupes. You need a little sandier soil because you need better drainage.
Oh, okay.
But when the fruit comes on, you don't want it rotting. So
Okay, for watermelon?
for both,
Oh, for both? Okay.
Or a raised bed.
yeah.
Okay.
But somewhere back there, that's
All right.
It's a
You
warning.
should grow some strawberries, Milton.
Yeah.
I'm thinking strawberries are your best bet.
You think so?
Yeah.
Like take hanging basket and the.
Divert from this for a second. I could have sworn when I was in there helping a customer, I had heard something about hybrid roses in a week or two.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
No.
No.
Second,
No, not the hybrid. We said the
Old-fashioned
Earth kind.
Oh, those are here.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's what we thought.
Okay.
Yes, and then it was me.
Okay.
And I said, I was thinking that they will be here this week.
Okay.
And that is a no.
Not the hybrids will
The
not.
hybrids, second week of March and second week of April.
Okay. So, but we do have
Weather
the
permitting. We have the antiques,
We have the
antiques.
including I Saw Belinda's Dream.
Ooh, good.
And then we got the non-rose rose. We got Our Lady Banksias,
Okay.
both in white and in yellow.
Yellow.
Oh, good. The white and the yellow.
Yep.
Okay.
That's
Trying to
that.
think.
The Lady Banks rose is worthy of a discussion. The whole.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
Sure.
About 4 minutes, but maybe we'll start off tomorrow with. You'll have to come up, and we're going to do your Valentine's Day gift ideas from Millburgers. But I'm sure the Lady Banks would be on there, so we can talk about that.
Yeah, they make you can make them a specimen out there in the full sun, or they'll find a way to crawl up through your oak trees, and it's an amazing plant.
I do have a good one already.
What's that?
The e-gift card. If you've forgotten and you wake up Valentine's morning and you call us, we can do an e-gift card where she gets it as an email, so she doesn't think that you forgot about her.
Yeah. Why do you think people forget?
It's habit for me.
So I was wondering if there's a self-deprecating.
Just like anniversaries, I don't remember what those are.
So that's why you have e-gift cards and stuff like that. Yeah, cool. And then they can come get whatever they want.
And the citrus, which you mentioned earlier, Milton, that's another wonderful Valentine's Day present, too.
Yeah,
That's
the
lemons and the limes.
Yeah, I think that would be a great present.
We've sold a lot of Riger begonias this morning for, I think, that very fact.
What are Riger begonias?
It is a floral grade begonia that has like a double bloom. They come in different colors.
Okay.
They're kind of fun.
What's your opinion? So Riger, where are they?
They are on the table like you would be walking into the building over there.
Okay, we'll look for that.
Along with some other Valentine gift ideas.
Ooh, like what?
There's Calanchos.
Okay.
There's mums. There's bromeliads and closet plants, and everybody's got to walk by them to get to the cash register, and we don't want them to forget about Valentine's Day.
No, absolutely.
Help me with, we were talking about that old-fashioned roses in a modern tough rose. Well, I've forgotten the name of that rose that we thought was a old-fashioned rose that turned out to be a modern rose name for
Katie
us.
Road?
Huh?
Katie Road?
That's it. Katie Road. That's my favorite of those tough modern roses. They have those big pink blooms, and then, of course, the fruits afterwards that the wildlife really likes, and they're very attractive. That's a good one. And all those all those are basically about 6 foot tall, and they kind of fit together.
There's a few shorter guys growing over there, and then there's some bigger ones. Metabulus is over there.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
What's the one that
Metabulus is certainly bigger.
If you drive through Monte Vista, Alta Vista, King William, the big weeping
That's
rose, non-rose.
Well, is that your
could be
Metabulus?
Could be, or a primrose jasmine if it was weeping.
No. It was. It's a rose.
At what time of year?
Oh, that's got to be Metabulus.
Oh, yeah, I think so too.
At what time of year?
I'm not sure, but like spring, early summer.
So it could be Metabulus.
Oh, Metabulus grows like 8 months, 9 months.
Yeah. Okay, it's pretty.
Yeah,
and
very
I thought
nice.
It's yellow. It's got the yellow bloom on it, which made me think of your other one.
Changes colors.
Metabulus changes colors.
Okay. Do we have those?
Yes.
I'm guessing we do. Yeah.
Oh, that's a great plant. Except it's kind of does best as an individual plant.
Yeah. Now, is there any? Because I see them in old parts of old neighborhoods, which generally have deeper soil and stuff like that. Is there?
Well, you see them there mostly because back when those houses were built, there wasn't a whole lot of choices in houses.
Oh, okay.
And they can live that long.
Right.
Okay.
And they can live in South Texas. They couldn't get those fragile hybrid teas at that time.
Okay. Well, Trace, you get the last word. You get about 30 seconds. Anything that you want to?
Don't forget your spouse.
Okay. Good answer. And Millburgers can help you with that. We'll say goodbye for today. Thanks to everybody for listening. Thanks to Al back at the station doing a great job.
Mark and I don't have spouses.
Okay. Well, I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah. Well.
Okay. Thank you, Calvin. For. All right. We'll be back tomorrow with more of Millburgers Gardening South Texas on 9:30 a.m. The Answer.